Why, hello everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. Hopefully all of our issues have been resolved.
Hopefully.
I no longer hate my parents, and I realized that they were just doing the best they could. Thanks, Neal.
You're welcome, Rob.
Wow, solving problems.
God.
All our issues are resolved. What about the rest of you guys?
Shenanigans should just replace love bites.
Eric, is that thing doing better now?
I resolved my dinner issue. There we go.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What'd you
Before I
get?
didn't have dinner, and now I do.
What?
It's a chicken salad.
My dinner's cooking right now. Sous vide.
Seaweed?
No, sous vide. It's like a way of cooking.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
It's so good. You get perfect steaks every time.
Mm.
Just put it in the break, and it'll be ready in about 2 hours. Let's just pull it out.
Sounds delicious. All right. Well, let's get back into game so I can kill you all off and go make dinner for myself.
Hey.
Let's decide who goes first. All right, looks like La Sombra is going first in her search for Aristotle. Does anyone want to go with La Sombra while she searches for Aristotle?
I will go
Hey.
and use my tracking abilities to find a kitty cat.
Oh, excellent. That'll be useful.
Okay, Rob and Eric, also known as Nana Thurman and Jack Jill La Sombra, head off looking for Aristotle.
I think first we should ask at Shenanigans, since most of Aristotle's antics seem to have involved Shenanigans in one way or another.
All right. So you swing on by near Shenanigans. As the two of you walk in, Desmond perks up and goes, did you guys solve Bess's problems?
Nope.
No, working on it.
Oh, that's a darn shame.
Well, towards that end, we were thinking if we could find Aristotle, Aristotle could ask Bessie what's going on. So
Who's
where did
Aristotle?
you left? Aristotle is the cat whose kittens tore up your bar.
You need to be more specific.
How many cats' kittens tore up your bar?
We get a lot of strange cats around here, if you know what I mean.
We
Alright.
went in his bar.
Can you give me a better descriptor of Aristotle? Maybe a visual description?
Well, sometimes Aristotle is just a normal-sized cat with beautiful white, fluffy fur, the fluffiest you've ever seen. And sometimes Aristotle is the size of a lion.
That describes about 3 cats I've seen in the last 3 years.
Were some of those cats Aristotle's kittens? Because you remember you said something about her kittens and selling them off, and she got mad. And then,
Oh, do you mean the elven cat that bred with the lion that was producing the
Yes.
elven cat lion hybrids?
Oh my
Yes.
god, that sounds amazing. I wish I was not off adventuring for that one.
Well, she took off. She wasn't too happy about me trying to sell her kittens. But I mean, come on, elven cat lion hybrids. You could get thousands of gold for those.
well, I seem to remember that whole thing getting resolved.
Vaguely. A lot of things get resolved.
Well, it did get resolved. I mean, it was like very clear at the beginning that that's who it was. But then I think there was some issue about possibly solving the plot too quickly. So then there were more shenanigans that happened, and then we arrived.
That
at
sounds
the
like a normal
conclusion.
day.
Yeah.
Well, if you're looking for it, rumor has it there's been some weird-ass felines to the north of town lately. I don't know if it's your cat.
To the north of town, across the river that's always been there.
No, that's the east of town.
Are you saying the river is the east of town, or
The river's to the east of town. The cat was spotted to the north of town. Or the
the
feline.
river's to the north of town?
It's to the east of town.
I'm pretty sure there's
Look,
a map.
lady, I've lived here my whole life. The river's to the east of town.
Really? Because I think we can look on the map and see right there how the river is like to the north. It kind of starts in town.
If you cut the town into 4 quadrants, you notice that the river is primarily on the eastern side of the town. It is slightly to the north of town at some subsection, but for the most part, the river is east of town. Look here, Missy. I've lived here my whole damn life, except for the times that I didn't, and I know what's going on.
Really? Because I kind of feel like you didn't know about the river for a long time.
Well, I kind of feel like, who the hell are you to tell me what's going on in my town?
I found Aristotle.
Someone who looked at the
You
map.
found it. Found the cat.
Anywho, maybe your cat is the one that's been causing problems to the north.
That sounds possible.
Okay.
Or perhaps it's the Dogfia trying to lure Aristotle out by framing her for crimes that she didn't commit, so that she'll want to clear her name. Because that's what the Dogfia would do.
Not sure what the Dogfia is, but okay. Never heard of them around these parts. Not a real big threat or enemy of anyone.
That's how they keep it.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think. While they run the whole show.
Just
Clever
like
creatures. Are
just
these
like-
anyway related to the kobold bands that had the gambling den?
I don't know, could be, but I kind of suspect that they were behind that whole meth ring was working for them.
Well,
They got their fingers in everything.
don't you mean their paws?
Oh. God.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree there.
Let's go get this collar.
Get out of here before it gets too rough. And the two of you head to the north of town, not near the river, to look for the feline. Now, meantime, on the other side of town, actually also comprisingly towards the north side of town, the rest of the party has gone to go find, what's his name? Anyone remember?
Mr. Saget.
Yep.
Mr. Saget, that's right.
Oh, I totally forgot about that guy. I wanted to go on that one.
Now you
Bob Saget.
now you're searching for
He's a
cats.
cool guy.
So the rest of the party follows the directions to Mr. Saget's abode. And sure enough,
Before we enter, I want to turn to the party. Be cool, guys. You have to act cool when you're buying drugs.
Anyway, and I use my pack leg to knock on the door.
there's a hold on! And a few moments later, the door is opened. By a relatively
Twins.
tall man. He's
Don't worry, guys, I got this.
narrow of face with kind of a square jaw. He's got spectacles and a short cropped black hair. He's got a kind of a sad smile on his face, like he hurts inside.
What's up, Bob?
Fucking Sherry.
Bob, can we buy some drugs from you? We heard you have the last meth in town.
Who's Bob?
Oh, your uncle, of course.
There's no Roberts in my family. But I'm Mr. Saget, and what sort of narcotics are you looking for? Please come on in. He holds the door open and ushers the way into your living room, his living room. There's a nice big couch sitting there with a little coffee table and some easy chairs around the side and some pillows on the floor on the opposite side of the couch. So you kind of got like table, couch, pillows, and easy chairs.
That's a lot of furniture filling up that house.
Well, you're not there.
I know. I was just noting. It sounds like it's a full house.
Was Bob Saget in Full House?
Yeah.
That's like his rise to fame.
That's like his main thing.
No, wasn't
That's
he?
a question.
No, wasn't he America's Funniest Home
was in
Videos?
Star Wars?
Yeah, after Full House.
Oh, I only know him from America's Funniest Home Videos. I don't know him from anything else. I guess I
And
never
you
saw Full
admitted
House.
to that in public?
I've never seen an episode of Full House. I'm sorry.
You're not missing anything.
Anyway,
Oh my god,
Well,
he's so
we
young
were
in
looking.
that.
we were looking for meth. He bought it from some guy west of town. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, methamphetamine. Totally got a whole bucket full of it.
Ooh, a whole bucket.
It's a small bucket. It's like a child's bucket, but still a bucket.
Still a bucket.
We would like to acquire said bucket.
With the meth.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a steep price. As far as I know, it's the last source of methamphetamine in town. You sure you want this stuff? You all look like you got your teeth, except for maybe you. You all look like you're in good condition. Are you sure you want to get involved in this stuff? It'll keep you awake, but it's highly addictive and really bad for you.
It's for Bessie. She's going through withdrawal.
Is it liquid?
It is not liquid.
Crystals?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure, Neal.
What
I don't-
color are these crystals?
White? I don't know. I don't. The only thing I know about methamphetamine is from Breaking Bad, so
Light
I'm
blue?
very uneducated on this topic.
So it's blue then.
No, it's white. This is not high quality methamphetamine.
We need it for Bessie. She's in withdrawal and is very sick.
Well then, I'd be happy to sell you my whole supply for 50 gold.
What about half of your supply for 10 gold?
What about half of my supply for 30? Since you're not buying it all at once, I'm not going to give you quite the good break on it.
Just a question. Are you known for your trade in this town?
I'm known to some. Would you like some tea? He goes over and sets a kettle over the open fire in the fireplace.
Are there drugs in the tea?
No. Just herbal tea. It's actually an
when-
herbal infusion, but some people get confused and call it herbal tea, and now the colloquialism is to call it tea, but it's not tea at all. Tea comes from a very specific leaf.
Does it look like a T?
Neal, when he goes to set the kettle on whatever he has to set it upon the fireplaces,
Can you show us the drugs?
I'm going to draw my cutlasses. Step up to him. So, your price is quite steep, and well, we need this meth.
Whoa there! I guess if you're gonna threaten my life, just take it. It's not worth dying over, but I hope you know that what you're doing is wrong.
Oh,
You're
he's a
selling
pirate,
drugs.
don't
I
worry.
do not want to talk.
Well, what's wrong with selling drugs?
Well, depends on who you're selling it. But, yeah.
You're all adults, right? Right? You're all adults.
Anyway, I'm a pirate. I have a reputation to uphold. So,
I suppose you do. Take my drugs. Don't kill me. The bucket is behind the picture in the wall.
I'm gonna
It's a
try to grab
trap.
the bucket.
You're gonna
It's
go
a
grab.
trap.
I'm short though, so I don't even know if I can reach the picture.
It's
Yeah.
a trap.
There, you can just slide the picture to the side. You can reach
I'm
it.
gonna slide the picture to the side.
It's a trap. Make me a saving throw versus deck. Make me a dex check.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm not gonna metagame.
I appreciate that. Right.
Erickson doesn't know traps. It's like, it's a dork. Things are as they are. Let's see.
well, it's not me who's taking the bucket. So.
That or
A dex check. Actually, considering you're a dwarf, I want you to give me a +5 on this one.
okay.
You're too small for the trap, actually.
So
Yes.
I actually have a decent roll, and I barely passed.
You swing the thing aside, and out juts a spike, like a spear on a spring, and it just kind of goes right above your head.
Well, that's one handy
Neal,
thing
can
to
I roll
have.
for initiative then?
Yes.
Can I just skewer
Wait.
him?
Nope.
First, is the bucket in there?
Yes, the bucket's in there,
say-
but let's roll for initiative since someone asked for it. It's time. Anyone that wants to can roll it, except for, of course, the two people who aren't here.
Yes.
And we'll get some battle music going.
This drug dealer is actually a level 10 fighter.
Well, crap.
It's the same. It wasn't me.
Yeah, that initiative crit.
What is the rock doing? Just standing there staring at what we are doing.
Nah, I'm rolling initiative, but really, really slowly.
Ooh, you're not the slowest.
Not quite as slowly as I did.
All right, Killer Death,
I mean,
you're
I could
up
have.
first.
As always.
He takes 9 damage from a magic missile.
Ooh, a pair of magic missiles shriek out towards Mr. Saget. You do 9 damage to him? Sweet Jesus and apple pie, he is badly wounded. He gasps in pain, grabs the fire poker from the fire nearby him. It's got a nice wooden handle so he doesn't burn himself on it, but it's been sitting in the fire, and swings it at Reynard, who is adjacent to him.
That's fair.
Reynard, that is a 13, 14, 15 against you.
Nope, 16 AC.
Ooh, where do you get your AC from, out of curiosity?
Scale is split mail.
There you go. All right, it's the hot burning poker sears your scale mail, or split mail, for no damage whatsoever, and sparks go flying. Next player up is Reynard.
Oh, you shouldn't have done it, son. Both cutlasses.
Roll to hit.
Probably just skewering him, since I am specialized with cutlasses. Let me see, that's just a plus. Plus 1, so 19.
19's a hit. 19 does clear by 5 as well, so critical hit.
Okay, that's 2d6 plus 1. Nope. Plus, cutlass have plus 1. Yeah, okay. Plus 2 and plus 4. 9 damage.
You kill him. What's the plus 2 from?
I have specialized.
You
So plus
are multi-classed, aren't you?
Yeah.
Only single-classed fighters can specialize.
What?
Yes. You can check it up in the books. So that's actually 7 damage. He is alive.
Good.
All right. Next up
second
is the Rock. Oh, you get second attack, right, because you're dual wielding.
Mm-hmm.
You're dual wielding 2, so you put 2 slots into two-handed fighting?
Yep.
Okay.
So, just...
Second attack is a 10. Mr. Saget kind of knocks the blow to the side with his hot fire poker. Now it's the Rock's turn.
All right. Now, well, don't know what's going on here, but
Okay.
if in doubt, I mean, it's like he attacked him. He got poked. They brought out the hot stuff. Just dunk on him.
Fair
And you
enough.
might see eventually if I actually roll, because for some reason Firefox just hates me.
Oh, the Rock
I
tries
have
to
no
dunk on Mr. Saget,
Oh,
instead
I rolled a 1.
smashing his rock against the bricks behind him. And I'm going to make your Rock make a saving throw versus crushing blow, or you might break your rock in half.
Oh my god! But then I have 2 glowing rocks.
No, it'll destroy the magic, and the rock will no longer be glowing.
Oh, then I'll just throw them at him.
By
That's
the way,
fair.
Neal, I just changed it from specialized to expertise.
Perfect. So you'll still get the same number of attacks, you just don't get the attack and damage bonus, which is perfect. What is saving throw versus crushing blow for a rock? Maybe... Oh, thank God Regal Goblins is back online.
We should have assassinated him. Just attacked him when he gets his back.
That would have been perfect.
Okay.
Crushing blow. Rock versus crushing blow. You need to roll a 17 or higher to prevent your rock from splitting into two.
That sounds a little steep.
Yep, that's not a good chance.
Ah.
Two-handed, you smash the rock above his head, crumbling little bits down onto him. You, with your big hands, maintain hold of both halves of the rock.
Do I at least like damage whatever I hit?
Yes, you do chip the brickwork of his fireplace.
Okay, so like I'm also causing property damage here.
Yes, you are devaluing his house.
Okay, good.
And that sort of thing takes a while to replace. You have to actually cut out a lot if you want to fix the bricks in a fireplace. That's like real, lasting, expensive damage to replace.
I have to say, this guy, for a drug dealer, he's quite healthy.
Durgan, it's your turn.
Okay, so I am going to take the chain that is wrapped around and start swinging it, and I am sweeping at his legs.
That is a trip-pull maneuver.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see.
So you've got to make...
This is what I'm specialized in. So I believe I have a d20 minus 2 to hit.
You're specialized in chain?
Yeah, chain flail.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Let me just get the pull trip maneuver up here. La 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 la. Pull trip. Okay, to pull trip, you make a normal attack roll. If you hit, you make an opposed check of your strength against the defender's strength or dex, whichever is better.
So I don't know if that. So I got what in the like purple worm, the chain, specifically in chain flail, which is in the Book of Dwarves, I think.
Ooh.
It was saying you just make the attack at -4, and then it pulls the legs.
Okay, well we're not doing. Yeah, we're not doing Dwarven Book, but there's a chain in the Combat and Tactics, which gives you a +4 bonus to your strength check if you hit him with the pull. So make a normal attack roll, whatever your normal attack is.
Okay.
No modifier, whatever bonuses you normally have.
Okay.
14 is a hit. Your chain wraps around his ankles. Give me a strength check at +4, and he will make his dex check. And if you can beat him, then...
I think I win.
Ooh, you're probably going to win that. Yeah. You swipe his feet out from underneath him, and he comes crashing to the ground in a huff. Let's roll initiative. Poor, badly wounded Mr. Saget is almost dead. And he calls out, "Mercy!
No,
Mercy!"
Neal, how fast would it be to just end his life with kicking with my peg leg?
Initiative of 3 with peg leg. He calls out, "Mercy! Mercy! Don't murder me! You're murderers! I've done nothing!"
I'm a pirate.
Okay. It looks like Reynard is going first, although I don't see a Zen roll. Are you just chilling, Zen?
I'm just chilling.
Reynard, go for it. This man is on his back on the ground. He doesn't get his dex bonuses to AC anymore.
So what kind of bonus do I get for him lying on the ground?
+4 to hit.
+4, so my peg leg. 12.
Bad way.
Too late. I'm crushing his throat with my peg leg.
A 12 is exactly what you need to hit him. He tries to bat the peg leg out of the way, but you give him a stomp with it, doing, what is it, like D3 damage?
It's a wooden... wooden object with a...
Yeah, there's a kick system in here. I gotta
so
just look up
probably would count as an armored shoe or something.
Yeah, let me just look up what it is. It's somewhere... Ugh.
Alright, I rolled a d20.
He's at 1 HP, so it doesn't really matter what you roll. I just want to know for our own edification.
Well, I should have told us about the trap.
He killed Mr. Saget. Why would you kill Mr. Saget, man? He was just a chill
everybody
dude.
kills everybody in this game.
And I'm bothered by that.
I spend all my time trying not to kill people.
Thank you, Rob.
To be fair, I wasn't.
I feel like I should be appreciated for
tie
that.
him up.
You are appreciated. I also appreciate the attempt to tie him up. All right, well, he's dead. We don't need to look up the damage. He's at negatives. You can stabilize him or you can let him die.
I will stabilize him. I'm gonna wrap my chain completely around him, but then I have to stabilize him.
Give me an intelligence check to stabilize him.
He has a crushed throat right now, right?
I mean, if you made a called shot at his throat, that attack actually missed. I was figuring you were just kicking him.
I just kicking him. So
Yeah.
probably just kicked in his upper region.
24.
Perfect. You stabilize him before he bleeds to death.
Okay.
I help him time up and like, kind of a bad pirate. Because don't you want people to hear about your reputation? If you kill them, how are they going to hear?
Well, plus also, we want to make sure that this is real meth and not just him lying.
Yeah.
Well, you're free to test it out.
Yes. So I grab the meth, and while he's tied up, I want to give him the meth.
You want to give the
going around
unconscious,
looting.
almost dead person methamphetamine?
Yes.
Yeah, that's medicine.
Neil, while he's doing that, I'm searching his house for valuables.
No, I already just said I'm looting.
So the two of you searched his house. I kind of have gotten the feeling that Shenanigans has devolved into let's just murder people around town and steal their shit.
I mean, you're not giving us a lot of gold to work with, so
There's a lot of...
you could just give us more loot.
If I gave you more loot, you would just kill more people for more money. It's not a matter of economics. You have nothing to spend this money
Yeah.
on.
Actually,
There's
you
always stuff to spend the money on. There's farms, for example.
Yeah.
Which
can
don't
buy
make a
more
difference in
spells.
game.
There's giant wizard towers
I
that you
could
buy
buy
the
more
land for
spells
and
from
then
the
die.
wizard.
You guys don't need money. You just are using that as a justification
There's
to
like
enjoy
better
murder.
Armor. There's better armor.
No, Neil,
You're just murderers, and you're
I don't-
trying to justify it another way, and that's okay. Just
Neil,
appreciate who
Neil,
you are.
I don't
when
need to
stuff like identify stops costing 100 gold, then we'll talk about it not being justified.
Oh come on! How much gold do you have sitting around in your pockets right now?
3 gold.
Less than 100.
Not enough to identify anything.
You're only giving about 50 every session.
No, he gives like 25. This is like
Yeah.
a ridiculous amount he's offering.
And then he takes some.
And most of the time, we have to spend more money than that just to like complete the adventure.
Like paying 50 gold out of a 400 gold.
Exactly, and you wonder why we murder them.
Well, because you could just charge that to the farmer. Be like, hey, this is what it costs to get this done. Here's my receipt. Pay the
Oh,
bill for
please.
this.
But we're still gonna do that.
You could have just expensed it to him. That's all right. It's okay. I'm not complaining.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Neal
I said I
never
appreciate
complains.
that you guys murder these people in a semi-sarcastic way. Anyway, so you search the house for valuables. Sure enough, you dig up Mr. Saget's wealth. It's not particularly well hidden here. He is an honest businessman. Drugs are not illegal in this world. You can sell them freely. He was doing absolutely nothing wrong, just living his life, pursuing his passion of giving people the mind-altering substances that they wanted. So his money's fairly easy to find. You dig up 1,000 gold pieces. There you go. There's all the money you'll ever need. 1,000 gold.
Well, time to split evenly.
250 apiece.
Right. Okay. Neil,
Wait.
Will absolutely not backfire later.
1,000
So-
gold pieces.
Neil.
So does he start seizing or anything?
He doesn't start seizing. Okay, how do you give it to him? Do you just put the crystals in his mouth?
I think I'm guessing that he might have some kind of drug implements.
No, he doesn't use any of these. He's an honest businessman.
Okay.
No, he's not a drug user. He's not. No.
Do you know how to use meth? Not Neil, Ryan. Do you know? Does your character
I do not. I don't know. I don't think my character would either. I
So
think my
just-
character will just kind of feed him a little bit of it. Maybe like stroke his throat to make sure he swallows
So
it.
Neil, let's Google what happens if you eat crystal meth crystals.
I don't know. We have to Google eating meth.
Does he have to immediately make him a system shock?
Yes.
I don't think will kill you outright unless you give him too much.
He's already
Well, I
at
mean,
the brink of
It looks like if it's eaten, like that's one of the ways that people consume it, according to Google.
Thank you, Google.
All right. No, apparently it sounds you can do it.
Apparently, it's the closest way to do it without IVing it, according to Google. Did not know that.
It's a lot
More you
easier
know.
to OD this way and a lot more harsh. All right, fine. Yeah, you
Yeah.
give him some amount of methamphetamine. And you notice his pulse increases.
Mhm.
And in fact, it increases to the point that it starts leaking through the bandages, and you need to make me another stabilizing check.
Okay.
Otherwise, he will
Do
bleed
it.
to death.
So Neal, you're now on a watch list.
You don't get on a watch list just for searching up drug use. You might get on a watch list for reading about torture techniques for 6 hours, which has been done before.
Neal,
You're just
once
gonna
it
leave
fails,
that
I
there?
Stabilize again.
That's your stabilized check, the 29?
No, mine was the 20.
Yeah.
Yours is the 20, Killer's
Yeah,
is the
If
29?
he failed, then I
Yeah.
went after.
It's like, no,
Okay.
this is how you do it.
All right. You patch him up. You tighten the bandages a little bit. He's not going to die now, but his pulse is racing.
Does that wake him up like adrenaline type shit? Like if someone's
No,
unconscious?
because he's basically dead.
Okay.
He's, at negative HP pretty significantly.
Well, yes.
So how negative?
You don't know.
On a scale of say 1 to 10.
I don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10, he's probably like 6 or 7.
Neal, on a
From the
scale
peg
of
leg, Neal.
red to grass, how?
Well, it was peg leg damage plus some bleeding damage the next round, plus some extra bleeding damage, and then he couldn't get patched fast enough.
No, we immediately patched him up.
You probably took
Immediately.
bleeding damage at the start of that round because you'd have to roll initiative to figure if you could beat his initiative of bleeding or not, and it's a process,
So how much does a peg leg really do then?
I was a 7 on initiative.
It's actually a magical pack leg of +7.
Yeah, he rolled a 6 on initiative, so he bled the first
Yeah.
round. Then you patched him up, and then he started bleeding again, and then he tried to patch him up and failed. So that's another point of bleeding damage. And then Killer Death goes to patch him up, and he might have already bled that round, so he's probably bled 4 points of damage. And I'm going to
Hold
say
on.
he probably took 1 or 2 points.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably took a few points of damage from the peg leg. -7 seems about right.
Oh, so
Well,
you should back up to full now. I mean, opiates are good for you. Like that. That's how they work, right?
Anyway, let's take these drugs and sell them to the farmer. Problem
All
solved. We all get paid.
Sounds good.
Alright.
What if this doesn't work though?
Well, we have our money now anyway.
Alright. Neal,
What's up?
as they're all leaving, I'm going to be the last one
Well,
out the door. I'm
before
going to
we-
go put 100 gold in his pocket out of my share.
Oh, how nice of you.
Before we leave, so I had him wrapped up in my metal chain. I'm unchaining him with that, and I want to put him, try to put him in his bed, and then leave some drugs, maybe of the other drugs we find, around next to him, just so and just make it look like he had a bender.
Except for the giant slashes across his chest from the
Hey, drugs make
Well,
you.
I'm also going
Drugs make you
to
do some
find
crazy things.
some kind of weapon of his own and
Uh-huh.
put it in his hand with and staunch it with some of his blood. So it looks like he just took some drugs, went crazy, cut himself.
You guys know that if you just leave him here, he's going to die on his own. Like if he doesn't have someone to watch after him, he's still dead.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, maybe someone could come by his house
Yeah.
and find him. But if no one comes to find him, he's just going to bleed to death or dehydrate or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
and
I'll go
basically-
find
Basically, the
a
effort
healer or something.
I'm taking is that it doesn't look like we just went in there and murder hoboed him.
Sure.
More like he might have taken some drugs and,
Okay.
and if he happens to die, people are just going to find it and be like,
All right. That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
anyway,
Neal.
Neal, I'm going to clean up my cutlass.
Sure. Killer.
And
I am
when-
going to go try to find a healer and act like I just found this guy who's like badly beaten in his house.
You can find you can go to the temples in town and find a priest there. They will take him in and observe over him and make sure he's safe.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, back on the other side of town.
Yay!
Jack, Jill, Lasombra, and Nana Thurman, no relation to Strom Thurman, are searching the forest for this feline.
Do I get any tracks of anything on here?
Why don't you give me a tracking check there, Eric?
All right, hold on. I haven't been playing second edition in quite some time.
It should be on the second page of your character sheet. There should be a tracking score. Roll a d20 plus that, and let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, let me get this dice out. Oh yeah.
All right. I gotta point out that like the two oldest characters are now out in the woods alone.
Well,
What could possibly happen to them?
Shouting for displacer beasts. Displacer bros.
Sure enough, you come across some feline tracks.
Oh snap, son. Oh, that's not what I would say. I've found some feline tracks. We should track them further.
We should also be very careful because it seems like the fates would first provide us with a red herring rather than let us easily succeed at the task we're doing.
That sounds highly probable. I've been on many adventures and they all seem to follow the same basic pattern. We follow the tracks.
Okay.
That's why I didn't even go over to check out Bessie, because I knew that no matter what we tried at first, it wouldn't succeed. You know, I mean, until like maybe the last act.
But isn't it also a corollary of that no matter what you try wouldn't succeed, so you should try the most boring things first and the most interesting things last?
No.
Well, I mean, that's why we got the killing out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Aw, I like the killing part more than...
I think.
Oh, sure it is, but...
We didn't actually kill anyone. Let's be clear.
Alright,
Almost.
we
I
almost
guilted
killed
you
him.
guys into saving his life. I'm on
No,
Saget's
I
team
haven't-
here.
I was planning of since he went down and I knew we didn't have any sort of cleric, that I was gonna say I got a healer at like the end of the episode.
All right.
Yeah.
Anywho,
I was planning just to make him think he was crazy and on drugs.
Anywho, you guys follow the tracks through the spooky woods to the north of town. Is there anything the two of you are doing in particular?
Definitely keeping an eye out around.
Hmm.
Just being vigilant.
Okay.
But not
Let's-
vigilantes.
Roll some surprise checks for you guys. Ooh, nice rolls. So you're walking along when you definitely feel like you've seen something kind of following you from behind, but every time you turn around, it's not there. But like out of the very edge of your peripheral vision, there's something following you. You're sure of it now.
The hairs on my neck are tingling and rising. There's something following us.
I see. Maybe if we walk backwards, it'll confuse it.
I'm good on walking backwards. Let's just keep on moving, following these tracks, and I draw my bow and get ready.
Okay. You start following these tracks when you hear this noise coming from in front of you.
Do I recognize that as Aristotle? Or
No,
whatever?
it's definitely not Aristotle. Unmistakably not Aristotle.
Does it sound like an elven cat or possible lion cat hybrid?
Maybe, but you're not sure what those sound like, so I can't confirm or deny that.
All right, I'll have my bow ready and call out. Is that one of Aristotle's kittens?
stepping into the field of view is the sleekest looking female lion, the sleekest looking lioness you've ever seen. She's streamlined. She's got these kind of pointy-ish ears that are swept back. She doesn't have a mane, but she's kind of got like a collar of slightly different colored fur around her neck. And she's kind of low
Neal?
and long. Yeah.
You're aware that female lions don't have a mane, right?
Right.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay, because you said she doesn't have a mane. But...
Yes, but she has this tuft of fur around her neck. That's, what someone might confuse for a mane. This isn't a mane, but this is mane-like. Yeah. Anyway, this lioness, weird lioness, stands before you, giving you another.
You must be one of Aristotle's children.
If the child can understand you, it doesn't show any sign of it. It starts padding in your direction while Nana sees one popping out from behind. You are now caught with one lioness in front of you and one lioness behind you.
All right, chums, let's do this.
We're not going to fight. We're not going to fight them. These are Aristotle's children.
Eric, are you shooting?
I have like my bow ready. Like, there's an arrow notched.
Plus, they could totally wipe you out. Like, no contest.
I yell at them to stand down.
You go, Aristotle, are you near? Oh, Aristotle.
You feel the familiar telepathic presence of Aristotle kind of probing into both of your minds, thinking, are you here to bother me again?
You go, oh, Aristotle, Empress of all cats, I've been gone for so long, and now it's good to have you back here. And I know that as my companion that I spent character points on, will clearly want to adventure together again.
You sort of seem familiar.
I helped guard you against the dog fiat.
Oh, that was so long ago. Who cares? If you harm my cubs, I'll rip you limb from limb.
Of course I wouldn't harm your cubs. Why would I ever do that?
Out into the clearing steps this tiny little elven cat. It's like a normal house cat size. Looks kind of like Nina. Kind of strolls out, looking around.
Aristotle.
I loosen my grip on the string.
Does that fire the shot at the cat?
No. I was like had it almost drawn, but
you lessen your draw on the bow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not
That.
loosen your grip on the string.
Yes. Whatever.
Oops, I meant to do the other.
Yeah, I'm not gonna shoot at these magical kitty cats.
Yeah, don't underestimate elven cats.
I go, oh, Aristotle, it's so good that you're here. We're needed, the two of us together. You understand, Bessie is no longer able to give milk.
You have the internal, the image of her giant lioness cats nursing off of the tiny little Aristotle. Accompanied with the thoughts of like, my milk is better.
Yes, but you can't drink your own milk. I've fed you Bessie's milk before. You know how good that is. If I'm able to get you any ever again, we have to figure out what's wrong with Bessie.
She stretches out, reaches, kind of kneads at the leaves on the ground, and thinks to you, what's in it for me?
All of Bessie's milk.
Bessie's milk.
I've been without her milk for months.
Wouldn't you like some again?
No, but I'll take some gold.
Fun fact, kids. Milk is actually pretty bad for cats.
What would a cat need with gold?
She's kind of rolls her shoulders back and
we
stretches
could get
the other
some
way.
gold.
Gold, please.
What is it you need? You need gold for, my empress.
How is that any of your concern, lowly being?
All right, well, we'll have to get some gold for you.
Gold.
What do you need gold for, my empress?
Doesn't matter.
I can give you tree fitting. Okay, but seriously, I said I can give you 5.
Well, Aristotle, we've always
Rob's done.
we've always been allies before, as characterized by the fact that I spent character points to have you as my friend.
But didn't you get some character points from a thing that never really helped you in the beginning? Wouldn't it be even to say that you shouldn't reap the rewards from that all the time? She says, stretching herself out.
I think we lost Rob again.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the cams are a bit.
I offer Aristotle 5 gold.
She purrs slightly and said, what a wonderful appetizer.
I pull out 5 more and say, "This is all I can give you."
You're that poor? I don't associate with people that poor. And she starts to walk away.
Have no need for coin.
She starts to walk away from you. You are too poor for Aristotle to even associate with.
Can you hear me now? Is this working?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay. So I guess I missed part of that.
Eric gave her 5 gold, and she called him poor and not worthy of her time because he's so poor.
But then I pulled out 5 more gold.
Yeah, she takes it too and continues to lie. You're not worth her time.
Wait, she takes it even though she doesn't want it?
No,
How
she
does
wants
he
your
take
5 gold, but,
How does he take it?
in her mouth. She just and swallows the gold pieces.
Aristotle, we've acted together as pride mates,
And
working
you
together.
left me. You abandoned me for months and months and months.
I didn't really. I'm not really sure how we justify what I've been doing all this time. That's never been made clear.
Yeah, it was never made clear to me either. Now, if you would like to pay me handsomely for my assistance, I would be happy to provide some. Her tail swishes as she starts walking away, and the front lioness kind of lowers herself in a more defensive stance.
Dude, cough up some gold.
Okay, Aristotle, I apologize for, even though it was never stated what I was doing this entire time, but clearly it wasn't paying attention to you. And I apologize to that. You, as the Empress of Cats, deserved my attention, and I failed you there. And I hope that you can forgive me.
She muses to herself for a little while. Perhaps I could. Maybe some gold would fix that.
How does Kitty like a platinum?
Kitty likes a platinum. Wow.
Pull out a platinum coin and toss it her way.
She walks back over and swallows the platinum coin.
God, that's so gross. That can't be good for you.
I go, so can we work together once more, Empress?
That's it? Just a measly platinum coin? That's all I'm worth to you?
No, I would give you all the gold in the world if I had it, but this is Shenanigans, where every adventure costs more than the actual reward.
All right. She uses an ESP to see if you have any gold on you. You are allowed a saving throw to resist the effects if you don't want.
Why would I resist the effects? I
right.
only have 77 gold. I'm happy to give that to her if she needs
She
it.
wants your 77 gold, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, between the 10 gold from Eric, the 77 from Rob, and the platinum from Eric, Aristotle agrees to assist you on this. She goes and hawks up the world's most uncomfortable hairballs because it includes 11 golden coins, and one of her larger lionesses kind of digs a small hole, puts them in, and buries it. And Aristotle...
Keep in mind
Interesting.
that platinum was actually before you changed it, so that's worth a ton.
Wait, what? Platinum's worth a ton now?
There were
No,
some
no,
economic
no.
changes going on.
It's no
Platinum's
longer
worth a lot less now.
It's
Yeah.
worth half as much, but it's fine. Aristotle agrees to help you out and will follow you to the farmer's place. And when we come back from break, our players will all meet up back together at the barn with methamphetamine and a psychic cat, hoping to solve the problem of milking the cow. We'll see you guys in a little bit on Shenanigans. Bye-bye, everybody.